It's chilly today. We'll get started in a minute because I need to warm up. Hi, Annette. All of you guys that have got your camera on, I'll say hello to. But I don't know if anyone else is there otherwise. Hi, Jayshree. Even if you just say hi and then turn your camera off again, that's fine. Hi, Debbie. I know people are there when they do something. Hi, Roxy. Cool, it's 12:30, so let's get started. People are still coming in. Hi, Nigel. Hi, Pam. Okay, so we're going to start off on our hands and knees again. We're going to have a little spinal warm-up first of all. So we're just going to do some cat-cow stretches and just get the spine moving. So just bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Welcome, guys. People coming in now. Just find your mat and somewhere to work out in, and we will get started. So I just want you to really focus on relaxing the spine and focusing on the breath. You can close your eyes if you want to, just to really connect to the body. So we're going to exhale and round the spine, drop the head down and push up into the middle back. And then we're going to inhale and lift the head up, drop the belly down. And just feel the stretch in the mid back. Exhale again, scoop the belly in and up and push back. One more time, inhaling, coming forward. Okay, now we're going to reverse the breath. So we're going to inhale as we scoop the belly and round. And exhale to arch and look up. One more time. Inhale, scoop and round. And exhale, drop the belly and look up. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to come to flat back position. And then we're just going to come into a couple of stretches and activating the back of the body. So we're going to stretch our left leg out along the floor, toes touching still. Reach the right arm out without moving our shoulder placement or hip placement. And then we're going to lift the belly in and up and stretch, float that leg and arm up as straight as you possibly can. So try not to have a bend in the knee, just really reach the toes nice and long. Holding just for a few seconds just to warm up the spine, and then lowering back down to the floor, sliding back underneath. Let's try the other side. So right leg, left arm. Find stability first, lift belly in and up, and then reach. Try again to iron out any creases behind that right knee. And just hold for a few seconds. So this should be a little challenging, but not too difficult. Float down, touch floor. Slide back under. We're just going to do one more each side. We're going to hold for 5 seconds each side, lifting the belly in and up, keeping that spine nice and straight and pushing up strongly into the shoulders. Right arm, left leg. Lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly float it down and back under. Stretch again, other side. Right leg, left arm, reach and float. Holding it there, 3 more seconds, 2 and 1. Bringing it back down and then just sitting back onto your heels. So take the knees wide, feet together, and just sit back into your first child's pose stretch. So take a big inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Good. And then we're just going to turn around and come onto the floor so that we're on our backs. Bottom hips are about midway on your mat. Relaxing the head down and the hips. So we've warmed up a little bit, hopefully. It's chilly today, right? And we're going to start off just now bringing some awareness into the lower abdominals. So we're going to really draw our belly in and up, but not so strong that we can't breathe. We want to breathe and relax as well at the same time. Our feet are roughly hip distance, as well as our knees. And then we're going to start off with some simple knee drops. So we're going to take our front leg down to the side on an inhale, not moving the back hip, and then exhaling, using your breath and those muscles to bring the leg back. Perfect. Let's take that back leg out now, inhaling and exhaling. So we're just going to keep alternating like this, just for a few more repetitions. Try and keep both hips really stable, so you can put your hands onto your hips, if that helps you, gives you a bit of feedback, whether you're twisting to the side. So you don't have to open the knees very far to feel a little bit of activation going on. Keep lifting the belly in and up. You might feel a bit of shaking in the inner thighs. That's good if you do. Let's wake up all the core muscles. So you're just turning on the outside of the foot. You don't have to move your foot. You're just letting the knee open and close. Inhale away. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Let's just do 2 more. Inhale. Actually, you better make it 3, otherwise we're going to start off on a imbalance. So 1 more on the back leg. And then back to center. Okay, now we're going to develop this a little bit. So we're going to take our knee out to the side, front knee. Then we're going to stretch the leg long, turn the foot up to the ceiling, slide the toes back in. So we open the knee out, stretch the leg long, turn it so that it's parallel, and then slide back in. Let's go again. So open, stretch, so your inner thigh is reaching up to the ceiling now, and then you turn that knee back inwards and slide the foot back up. Good, keep it going. Out, stretch, parallel, and slide. Out, stretch, parallel the leg, and slide back. Good, keep it going. Oh, lots more people sliding in. Hello, everyone. And then back. Now we're going to reverse this. So we're going to slide the leg out, turn so the inner thigh is facing up, drag that knee up and then in. It's a little bit harder, that one. Okay, so stretch the leg long, turn the foot, slide the knee, and back to center. So stretch, nearly went back to the other one. Open, slide the knee in, and back. Stretch the leg out, open the foot, slide knee along the floor and back. Let's do 1 more each side. So stretch long, open, slide, and back. Stretch, reach, open the foot and knee, slide back in, and back to center. Okay, so your hips should feel nice and open now. That's quite a hip opening move, especially that knee opening. So just give the legs a little bit of a shake. And then we're just going to do some really simple lifts just to really get deeply into these lower abdominals here. Okay, so we're going to lift our front leg up on an exhale and the back leg to join it. So our head's staying down, first leg comes down and second leg comes down. Let's reverse. So back leg up, front leg to join. Back leg down, front leg down. Perfect. Let's keep it going a little bit faster. So our upper body's taking a nice little break and it's all about the lower abdominals. You can squeeze your bottom a little bit as well, just to engage all the muscles in the hips and around that area. So it's all working together. Keep it going. Good. So you can always make this move a little bit easier by not quite taking the foot all the way to the floor, maybe half, and then back up. Good. Okay, now hug your knees in and just give your lower back a little stretch. Hug them in as much as you like. Keep them wide or try and bring the knees together. That's a little bit more of an intense stretch. And then we're going to take one foot down and the other foot down. Okay, now we're going to interlace the fingers and place the hands behind the head. So they're quite low down so that your thumbs are kind of resting on your neck and you've made yourself a little pillow with your hands. Now I want you to focus a little bit on pushing your head into your hands before we lift up. So we're going to do chest lifts. But I really want you to focus on pushing your head back slightly because that's going to engage the abdominals even more. So we're going to feel it even more. So it means we do less, but they're more effective. So we're pushing our head into our hands and then we're pulling our hands towards our head. So just lift your head about 1 inch off the floor and just try that. And if, hopefully, just doing that, pushing your head back into the hands and pulling your head kind of, you know, the hands into the head as well, that should make your abdominals wake up a little bit before we even lift up higher. So we're already engaged, we're lifting the belly in and up, and then we're going to float the head and shoulders up using your abdominals on an exhale. And then we're just going to come straight back down. So we're going to do it simply at first, and you can stay with this if you want to, or I'll give you the next progression in a second. So we're going to exhale, lift up, and then inhale to lower. 4 more of these. So keep pressing that head back into the hands. just to make it a little bit more effective. I'm already feeling this. I don't know about you guys. 2 more. Good. So it doesn't have to be big to be effective. We don't have to do hundreds of crunches. This is way more effective. Okay, now if you want that progression that I just mentioned, you can come with me. Otherwise, stay with that. Simple lift and lower. So we lift up. Then we bring our hands to our thighs. We pull ourselves up and a good inch more. And then we keep that lift. Hands come back to the head and then we lower. Whew, that's burning. Okay, up, reach, pull and lift. Hands back to head and then lower. We do 4 more. Let's go for it. Lift, reach, pull and lift. Hands back to the head and lower. 3 to go. Lift, reach, even higher. Maintain that height if you can. Lower down. 2 more. Whew. Hope you guys are feeling the burn like I am. 1 more to go. As you know me now, on the last one, sometimes I add in a little bit of an extra challenge. So we're going to come up for 1 little extra one. Lift, reach and hold. Now we're going to hold here. I want you to just tilt the pelvis forward and back. Just slowly while you're still lifting. Tiny little tilt forward and back. A few times. This should really engage the abdominals. 1 more. Back and forward. Then bring the hands back to the head and lower down. Okay, let's just take a little stretch while we're down here. So arms above head, legs reach out. And because we're in this full body stretch, we kind of need to come into a full body roll up, but we're going to do half roll ups first. So enjoy the stretch, then bring the knees in. We're going to bring the hands behind the knees and we're going to roll ourselves up to seated, but normally we do it in 1. We're going to do 5 this time. So start small, little roll, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, scooping the belly in and up. That's it. 4. And on the 5th one, we're going to stay up. And balance if you can with the feet off the floor. Even if they're low down, that's fine. They can be up here if you want more of a challenge and more of a stretch, or just let the knees relax. And then the feet come to the floor. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to do some half roll backs just to really warm up the spine. We just did a little roll, which helps, but we're going to do something a bit deeper. So we're going to have our hands behind our knees, sit super tall, and I'm going to draw the belly in and up and just slowly roll back. So get a nice rounded spine, tuck the pelvis under, don't let your hands go. Keep the scoop and the round in the belly, and then just bring your head towards your knees and then sit up tall. Let's do 3 more. So scoop and round, holding on. Good. Rolling back, keeping that scoop in the belly as you bring your head towards your knees and then sit up tall. Let's go again. Exhale, round. So really get that feeling of that roundness in the spine, those spinal muscles releasing, keeping the scoop in the belly to hold that shape, and then letting those spinal muscles go to stretch the head up to the ceiling. 1 more. Exhale back. And roll. And then come up. Perfect. Now we're going to take the hands away. We're going to try it without the hands. So we're going to roll back. Good. Go as low as you feel you can come back up. When your feet start to get light on the mat, that's the point where you want to just stop rolling back. And then roll back up forwards, head towards the knees, stretch tall. We're only going to do 2 of these. So exhale, roll back. Keep that scoop in the belly. Rolling forwards. And sitting tall. Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn my emails off. Okay, so we're going to roll back, down, all the way down, all the way to the floor. So if you struggle with your roll up, keep your knees bent. If you know you can do the full roll up, stretch your legs out. Let's inhale, reach up above. Exhale, bring those hands over the shoulders and keep exhaling as you look down at your feet. Draw your belly in and up and slowly come up to seated. Perfect. So let's do this to a count of 8. Let's exhale, roll down for 8, 7. Squeeze the legs together. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Let's go again. 8, 7. Exhaling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straight spine. 8. Round. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go again. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Exhale down. We're going to stay down on this one. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the knees. I'm not counting this time. Hopefully you're not racing away all the way down. And then semicircle those arms. Bring them back to your hips. Let's go to one leg circle. So let's keep one leg stretched out, the one you're not going to use. Hug the opposite knee in. Pick your version. So bent knee here or straight leg. Hands down on the floor by the hips. Now we really want to focus on keeping the shoulders down. So I want you to open your palms up towards the ceiling if that keeps your shoulders down on the floor. Do whatever you need to do to keep your shoulders down. I want you to feel your upper back stuck to the floor throughout this whole move. Draw your belly in and up, and let's circle down across the body, back up and stop. Good. Let's do 4 more. Across, inhaling, exhale to sweep back and stop. Good. Keep lifting belly in and up, staying strong in your center. 2 more. And 1. Inhale, exhale. Let's go the other way. Inhale out, exhale, cross and back up. 4 to go. Keep pushing your foot down on the floor, flexing that foot, pushing the toes up to the ceiling. Staying strong in that back leg. Good, I think we've got 1 more. And let's swap it over. Pull that knee in, give it a little hug in. And then find your starting position. How are the shoulders doing? How's the upper back? Okay, so flex the foot that's on the floor. Keep it nice and still. That's your anchor. Cross, down and open. Stop. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We go back the other way. So there is a little stop in between each one. Put those brakes on. And 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Okay, bring both feet back to the floor, bending the knees. Let's just windshield wiper the knees and take the feet out to the width of your mat. Just give you a little bit more space. So we're just going to drop the knees to one side, bring them back and over. So it's just a little stretch here. Don't worry too much about the breathing, just enjoy the stretch. 1 more each side. Perfect, okay. So we're going to do a little bit of rolling again now, but we're going to try single leg rolling this time. Why not? Okay, so we're going to hug one knee in. Doesn't matter which one because we're going to do them both. So I'm picking my left one, my front leg. We're going to stretch the opposite leg away. It's a bit like single leg stretch, but there's rolling involved. So we're going to lift the head and the shoulders, and we're going to try and roll ourselves up. Now you might need to bring the leg a little bit higher. Do whatever you need to do to roll up and balance, okay? So now we're going to roll back and up 4 times just with the one leg. Keep the other leg reaching out. Perfect. So scoop and around. Exhale up. It's quite interesting to do it with just one leg. And then the other, because then you can really kind of notice which side of your body is stronger. Keep the chin tucked. That's it. Perfect. Let's swap halfway through. Try and start off with level hips first before you roll. Let's go for it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. And balance. Let's try now with both legs. So either holding onto your ankles or making those little cups for your heels like we did last week. Bringing the belly in and up, rounding the spine. Inhale. exhale. 4 of these. 2 more. This is far too much fun, isn't it, for a Thursday afternoon? Oh, it's the fun part of the day. Okay, and then just let your legs come back to the floor. We're going to roll back down. Let's use it as an opportunity for a roll back. So stretch the legs long if you want to, reach the arms out, draw the belly in and up, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Feet come back in. Hip distance or shoulder distance. Let's bring the hands behind the head again. So interlace the fingers. We're going to do some crisscross and a little bit of double leg and single leg stretch. And some scissors. We're going to do it all. Okay, so crisscross first. We're going to lift up. Now I want you to just reach the opposite hand past the knee that's opposite. So right arm to left knee. Hopefully that's fairly self-explanatory. And then the hand comes back to the head. We lower. Tiny amount. Then we come back up and reach to the other side. So this is a simple version of crisscross. We're going to make it a bit more challenging in a second. So exhale, lift and reach. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift, reach other side and lower. Now, if this is not challenging enough, you want something a bit more, then we're going to bring in the opposite leg. So we're going to lift up, reach and pull in. This is going to involve your lower abdominals, and I felt that instantly. So you guys should feel it too. So you're reaching past your knee this time, lift up. So we're kind of breaking this move down. We're not going to make it really fast because I think it's more effective when it's slower. Reach back to center. I'm feeling this a lot today. Reaching up. It's like I haven't done Pilates before. Lift up and reach. Some days you just feel it more than others. Hopefully you guys are with me on this. Then reach back. Lower. Let's just do one more each side. Exhale. Inhale, lower. So we're keeping our pelvis really level. We're not tucking our pelvis to lift up. And then relax the head down. Just give the head a little turn from each side, just to make sure no tension is creeping into the neck. Keeping it nice and relaxed. Okay, so we're going into single leg, double leg stretch. Let's start off with our right knee in towards us. So holding right ankle with your right hand and your right knee with your left hand. Lift your head and shoulders off the floor if you don't have any neck issues. Stretch opposite leg away. So it looks like we're rolling again, but we're not. So we're staying down. I want you to keep your ribs in contact with the mat the whole time. Okay, so the shoulders are lifted, but the ribs are still down. So pull and pull again, and then stretch. So pull that knee in to try and touch the same shoulder. Exhale, exhale even more. And reach. 8 more. 7. 3 to go. 2. And 1. Good. Now hug both knees in. Now on this double leg stretch, a little bit different today. A little bit kinder. I'm being nice to you guys. Okay, so you're going to stretch your legs away and just keep your arms reaching forward. Sometimes they go behind. We're going to keep them forward. Then we hug in and rest. Inhaling, stretch legs away. Keep feet and knees together. Give them a squeeze while we're there. And then back in. Good. So we're going to extend the holding time on the next 4 by 2 seconds each time. So we're going to reach and hold for 2. And back in. Ooh, we're going to hold for 4 on the next one. Inhale and reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. And back in. You know what's coming next? Oh, yes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time we hold for 8. And then we go straight into scissors. Okay, let's reach it out. 8, 7, 6, 2, and 1. Pick a leg, any leg, grab it where you can, pull it in towards you, stretch the opposite leg away, and switch. So we do a double pulse, exhale all that air out. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, keep that belly in and up. 3, reach the opposite leg away. 2, and 1. Oh, hug knees in, lower head, Hopefully your mid kind of waist area is feeling nice and warm right now. And if it's not, it's going to be in a second, so we're going into hundreds. So we're going to do a little shoulder bridge first, just to release the spine. We're going to bring our arms back behind our head, have a little stretch. And then we're going to exhale, lift the head, reach, lift the shoulders. So start pumping the arms as we normally do. You pick your leg option. So this is level 1. Level 2 is here. Keep it going. So reaching the arms super long. Scoot the belly. Nice and fast with those arms. Nice and straight with the wrists. Good tempo. Same speed as me. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In with the air and out with the air. Good. Keep it going. Stretch the legs away for a little bit more of a challenge. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it going. Keep the breath going, especially. I know you're getting warmer. If it's too difficult, just back off, taking a smaller level with the legs maybe. Take the feet down, but don't stop moving those arms. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 3 more sets. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale. Good. Hug those knees. Lower head. Definitely warmer now. Who needs central heating? Okay, so stretch the legs up to the ceiling. Let's do lower and lift. Hands behind the head again. So heels together. Squeeze that midline so your legs are like one leg. We're going to lift the head up only if your neck is not bothering you at this point. So just to make it a little bit more challenging, we're going to lower the legs as far as you can hold without arching your back, and then bring them back up to 90. So we're inhaling to lower, squeeze and lift, exhaling to bring them back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now, as you lower the next time, I want you to imagine you're pushing something down and away from you. Good. Inhaling, push. Exhaling, pull. 5 more. Inhaling, lower. Only go as far as you can control this. And lift. 4 more. Whew. We got a lot of these today. Good. 3 to go. I'm shaking. You can hear it in my voice. My abdominals going, what? Good. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Last 1. Bringing it up. Good. Perfect. Let the hands go. Bring them out to the side, palms facing up. Let's bend the knees. You can either stay in tabletop or feet to the floor. We're just going to take a little sideline twist. So I'm going to leave my feet up for this one, taking the legs to the back of the room, turning the head to the front of the room. Inhaling and stretching, enjoying that stretch. It's lovely. Exhaling all the way back through center, lifting from the ribs and the waist. Okay, let's go for it. Other side. Inhale as much as you want to. You don't have to get your knees to the floor, but if you're flexible, you might. Turn your head the opposite way. Exhale, lift, push down on your arms to help you as well. Through center, all the way to the other side. Inhale and stretch. Lovely release for the low back. And pull, lift up. If your low back is niggling you, feet down. Same thing, just less intense. So stretch over, inhaling. Side waist is getting great stretch here. And then exhale back. Let's do 1 more each side. So over and inhaling. Turn your head the opposite way if you want more of a stretch. If it's too much, just keep looking up at the ceiling. And then back to the center. All the way over. Whew. And exhaling, bringing those legs back. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to come onto our side now. How are we doing for time? We're all good. Time runs away with us a little bit in this class. So much to fit in. So hand either underneath the head or fully extend your arm and lay out on it. It's up to you, whatever's more comfortable. Feet forwards, one on top of the other. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is a single leg bicycle. So I want you to think about cycling with one leg, the top leg. So bringing the knee in, pushing the heel away. So you're going to stretch the leg long in front of you and then swing it back, bend the knee back up and bring it in. Yeah, so make it a really exaggerated bicycle. The biggest wheel you can get. Good. So nice and slow, just breathe however you want to breathe here. Fingers just resting in front. Try to minimize swaying with the upper body. So keeping everything still apart from this cycling leg. Oh, and now we're going to start to reverse that cycle. So we're going to bring the leg forwards. Knee comes into the chest. We take the leg back while it's still bent and then stretch it out. So you'll know where your body wants to go. There might be some little parts of this movement that are a little bit sticky. Really try and work through those and take the whole circular motion, if you can. So the slower we go on this, the more precise we can be. We don't want to rush through it. So we're just waking up the side body here, mainly the hips and the glutes. And then bring those legs back together. Okay, so one foot on top of the other. We're going to turn the top toes slightly up. And then we're going to flick that leg up. And then push through mud to squeeze all the way back down. So it just flings up first really easily. And then we really focus on squeezing, get some resistance here. 2 more times, up and squeeze down. 1 more time, flick it up and squeeze to bring it down. Now circles, going to try and touch the heels together. So they're small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now we're going to tap in front, flick the leg up and tap behind. Keep it going. So small tap, really quick, and then up. This is going to really wake up the outside of the leg. Let's go 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Perfect. Now we're going to bring that leg back to hip height, no higher. Try and keep your glutes engaged a little bit here as we swing the leg forward, pulse, pulse, and take it back. So we keep the leg straight all the way on this one. Pulse, pulse, and back. Inhale forwards, exhale back, or if you prefer, exhale forwards and inhale back. I don't mind on this one. Just want to keep everything in your body really still. And it's just the leg that's moving. Try and keep the hips stacked one on top of the other. 4 more. Last 2. Last one. Good. And then just bring that knee forward and just give your hip a little tap there if it feels a little bit sore. It might not feel too bad. We didn't go too crazy this week. Okay, so while we're on our side, we're just going to do a little side bend work and a little mermaid stretch. So we're going to come up for our side bend. And we've all done this before. I think I don't recognize too many new names, so I think we've all done this. So feet are together, knees are together. Level 1 is just going to be lifting the hips up and reaching up and over. Level 2 is stretching the top leg, and level 3 is both legs straight. Okay, so we do 6, 2 at each level, or you stay at level 1 or level 2. You can do all 6 at level 3 if you like. Okay, so hand under shoulder, lifting this underneath waist, keeping it active, keeping everything in a nice straight line. So we're going to lift up, exhale, reach up and over. Hips tap down, we go up again, exhale. Good, that's 2. We're a third of the way. Stretch the top leg if you want more. We take it up gradually. Going through the gears. That's it, we're going into 3rd gear now. So we're going to stretch the legs a little bit different. So 1 foot in front, 1 foot behind. And then as we reach up, we extend both legs, or stay a low level. Stay where it's challenging enough for you for today. Perfect. So now we're in a mermaid position. So we have one leg kind of bent. Now this is going to be very personal to everyone. So if sitting like this, what I'm doing now is causing you discomfort, just put your legs wherever they need to be, just to sit on one kind of side of your hip more than the other. You can always sit on a pillow or something if it's really uncomfortable, if you've got really tight hips. Okay, so all we're going to do is just take one arm up and over and stretch. And then come back up. stretch the other way. Now this is the harder way to stretch against your bent knee, okay? So it's not going to go quite as far. We're going to do this a couple more times and then we're going to progress it. So now we take one hand down, we sweep this top arm forward, so your hands are now either side of your mat, and then I want you to just kind of look up and push your hips forward. So this is going to give you a really nice back extension, and then round the spine. Lift the head, and the chest comes through, and then round. One more time like this. So we're just moving the spine, checking in, seeing if there's any tight areas. There's going to be some. Okay, then we're going to turn our body over to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. So find your comfortable position, line yourself up with the back edge of the mat, feet come forward, hand under head or laying out on your arm. Okay. T-shirts come untucked. Are we all good? Okay, so the top leg, let's just stretch it. Give it a little squeezing both hips, lifting the underneath waist, okay, and bringing the feet together. We'll do that flick up movement first. So we're going to bring the leg up and then squeeze it down. Flick the leg up and then squeeze down. Good. Couple more. Up and down and up and down. Okay, now we're going to do that tap in front and tap behind. Tap in front, tap behind. I might have mixed up the order of these exercises, but as long as we do them all on the same leg, that's okay. Okay, tap behind and in front, 4 more. Keep the belly lifted in and up. Try and keep your hips stacked. Good. One more time, and then we do those lovely circles. So imagine you're trying to strike a match with your heels. Heels are touching, toes apart. 10. 9, good. I can see some legs going crazy fast here. Excellent. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bicycle. Okay, so leg comes forward, bend the knee in. I'm going backwards bicycle first. I'm mixing it up today. Okay, kick it out. Bend it in, back, straighten. Oh, that's the hard bit. So if you take it out really far back behind you, you're going to lose a little bit of balance. So just try and draw the belly in and up to help stabilize, squeezing the hips together. Okay, let's take it forward. So leg comes forward, bend the knee back, bring the knee into chest, stretch away. Good, keep it going. Go as big as you feel comfortable. This could be a tiny bicycle. It's all up to you, entirely up to you. 1 more. Good, then bring those legs back together, hip height. Check in again, make sure your hips are still stuck underneath, waist is lifted, and we swing forwards and back. Pulse, pulse, forwards and back. Keep the leg really straight. Keep pushing the foot down into the floor. So that outer leg on your bottom leg is working really hard to hold you still, because the movement of the leg swinging is making us a little bit unstable. So we're really working the core strongly here anyway, even without thinking about it. 2 more. Pulse, pulse, and back. Good. Pulse, pulse. And swing it back, and then just bring that knee down. Just give the hip a little tap if you need it. Get your breath back if you feel a bit out of breath like I do. Okay, and then we're going to roll onto our front. So we're going to do a little bit of swimming, but I want to do a little bit of activation first. So let's pretend we're like Spiderman here. Okay, so normally we do our swimming and we'll lift one leg and the other, and we kind of do it automatically without thinking. Now I really want us to think about the muscles that we're activating. So just look down towards your mat. I'm going to talk you through this, so you shouldn't need to look up too much. Take the tops of your feet down into the floor. Then I want you to push your palms down into the floor as well. So slightly lift your belly away. So if you were Spider-Man on the outside of a building here, You're pushing down with your hands and the tops of your feet, but you don't want your belly to touch. Okay, now this is the level of activation of the back of the body that we want. Really strong. So you could just stay here and just tense these muscles for a little while. You're going to feel them. Or we can just progress it slightly with a nice slow swim first of all. So we're going to lift our left leg away from the floor. So straighten it first, then lift. And then our right arm. Keep pushing down on the right foot and the left hand. And then just lower. So it's really slow and controlled. Opposite arm and leg lift. Push down on the foot and hand that stay on the floor. Good. And let's go again. Now see if we can stretch the arm and leg even further, not higher, longer. And then down. Let's go again. Slow. So this is so good for the back of our bodies. Let's do one more each side. And then we're going to go a little bit faster, but I want you to still keep this awareness of how it should feel on the back of the body and how strong you feel on the front of the body. Okay, so let's go a little bit faster. Lift and lift. Exhale as you lift. So this is our medium speed. And if you want to go really fast, lift. God, I've gone the wrong way. Lift, lift, lift. That's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Bring the hands under your shoulders and just push yourself back into child's pose for a second. So try and round the back a little bit. Try and tuck the pelvis under and keep a little rounded scoop of the belly. Okay, so we're going to turn around again. We're going to do spine stretch forward, slight variation this time. So spine stretch forward with our hands behind our head. This is going to give us a little bit different feeling, different sensation. Now, because your hands are behind your head, I don't want you to pull on your head, but like we did with the chest lift, pushing back into the hands and pulling slightly onto the head. So there's that opposing force going on. So your legs are roughly the distance of your mat. But if you don't have a mat, they're about shoulder distance, maybe a little bit wider. You can bend the knees to make it more comfortable. Whatever you need to do to get a straight spine and a rounded spine. If having your legs like mine right now does not make that possible, then please bend them. Okay, so hand on top of hand, behind your head. Push your head back into your hands. Inhale, grow as tall as you can through your spine. Exhale, we're going to round forwards, bringing your head towards your knees. Keep exhaling. When you run out of exhale, you're just going to inhale and restack the spine. One section at a time, as if you have a brick wall behind you and it's flat. So you have to come back up into a flat spine. Let's go again. So exhale. Round yourself over that imaginary beach ball. Head comes towards your knees. Maybe you touch the floor, maybe not. And then inhale slowly. Restacking the spine from the lower back up to the upper back. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, round. Inhale. So once you run out of that exhale, everyone's going to be a little bit different on timing on this. One more time. Exhale, round. Draw lower belly back. Inhale, come back up. Now we're in a spine twist position, so we're just going to bring the legs close together again, and we're going to do a little spine twist with the hands behind the head. So let's all turn to the left on an exhale. Keep your spine as straight as you can. Inhale back to center, slow, slow. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Keep your elbows nice and wide, just in your peripheral vision. Left twist. And back. Right twist. Exhale on the twist. Inhale to come back. One more each side. Exhale, twist. And back. Good. Keep pressing the head into the hands into the head. Back to center. Perfect. Let's go straight into store. Let's take the legs a little bit wider. Now, we're going to try and do this with our hands behind our head. Let's see how we get on. So we're going to twist to the left. We're going to bring our head towards our knee. And then once our head is there, we're going to extend the arms out. So So one arm forward, one arm back. The back arm has the palm facing up and the front arm has the palm facing down. Hands come back to the head, we come back up. Over to the right. Lower down, head towards knee. Hands extend and arms. Come back to the head with those arms and then lift up. Twist. We're only going to do 2 each side because this is quite intense. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Hands come back to the head. Come back up. One more time. Twist to the right. And lower. Reach it out. Expand. And then come back to the head. Lift up. And back to center. Good. Let's let those arms go. Give the hands a shake. Give the shoulders a little roll. We're going to roll ourselves back down for a final little stretch. We're nearly out of time. Okay, so let's have a final roll down. Legs extended. Reach out. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Full body stretch. You can arch your back on this one. Do what you need to do. Stretch the toes, stretch the fingers. Let's bring those knees in one at a time. Hug your left knee in. Extend up to the ceiling. Grab either at the ankle or below the knee. Extend the opposite leg if you want a little bit more. Let's give those hamstrings a good stretch. Flex the toes. You can grab the toes as well if you can reach them. So let's hold here for about 10 seconds. And then we swap over and we're done. Another Thursday Pilates gone in a flash. Okay, hug the knee in and then stretch that leg up. Grab it wherever you can, not on the knee joint, just above or below, wherever is comfortable. Try and keep the shoulders down and the face relaxed. Flex the toes. Keep breathing, keep relaxing. Let those facial muscles relax. And then let the leg come down. And you can just stay down on the floor if you want to. Have some more stretching, or I'm going to just pop up and say bye to everyone. But thank you, everyone, for joining me today. It was lovely to see so many people. Hope you enjoyed the class, and hope to see you next week at the same time, the same place, either on our parks or on Sport and Active Communities Facebook Live page. Take care. Have a great week. Enjoy yourselves, whatever you get up to. Oh, a little bit of freedom next week as well, isn't it? So we're semi out of lockdown. So